Hi, I'm Susie Daphnis of the Australian Businesswomen's Network, and I am at South by Southwest, the world's biggest new media and emerging technology conference in Austin, Texas. Here with me is Cat Matson of Alito, a fellow Australian. Hi.
Hi, Susie.
This is your first visit to South by Southwest, a long way from home. What was it that you hoped to achieve from being here?
Well, I wasn't really sure because I've never been to anything like this before, but what I really wanted to achieve was to be exposed to new ideas, to new technologies, to new people, and I guess to new influencers, as in influencers, that I hadn't been exposed to before in Australia and wouldn't be exposed to, and to see what ideas popped out of that.
It's day 2 of a 5-day conference. What's happened since you've arrived?
Well, I tweeted this morning that it was day 3, so that says a lot, I think. I feel like I've been here for 24 hours longer. What's happened so far is that I've been exposed to some incredible speakers and ideas. I've just sat in 2 sessions back-to-back all about gaming. I'm not a gamer. I didn't think I was a gamer. Apparently I am. Apparently a lot of the things that I have been doing online is based on gaming behaviours. And the insights that I've gained just from that in terms of how people work has been quite extraordinary from a social media perspective. What else have I gotten? I've met some people from all over the world. What's been really funny actually is I've been live tweeting a lot of things, and so people have said, "Oh my God, Kat, are you here?" So I've gone, "Yes, oh my God, are you here?" So I've met, I'm catching up with somebody who I've been tweeting back and forth with over the last 12 months who lives in New Zealand, but we've never met in real life before. And I'm also formulating some new ideas on how to reshape my business model moving forward, which was a kind of an underlying outcome. But yeah, day 2, and it's already taken shape, which is quite exciting.
A couple of the subjects that we've heard speakers address today are gaming, as you mentioned, and game mechanics. The other has been content and the creation of content. Tell us a little bit about the insights that you got from those presentations.
A little bit. Some of the insights, first of all, there was a great debate earlier this morning, literally debating the value of brands creating content versus relying on traditional journalism. And one of the things that I was finding quite interesting about that is that we're actually seeing an explosion of brand-created content, which has been, it's kind of been the extension of, well, everybody needs to have a blog. Some of the insights that were coming out of that were, well, actually, no, because the market will self-police that. So just because you're a large brand or a small brand doesn't mean that you necessarily need to be creating your own content. Perhaps a more useful strategy is to curate your own content, which is something that I've been thinking of for a while. Why recreate all the new stuff? There was also some really interesting insights in terms of, from my perspective, looking at providing business advice and business content, if there's yet another business content website that gets set up, so what? There is already so many. And the phrase that was used was, well, stand out. Don't be afraid to have an opinion. Don't be vanilla. So I'm not quite sure what flavour I am, but I'm certainly not vanilla. Maybe it's gin and tonic or lime or something like that, but it is certainly be willing to have your voice. And I think one of the tweets that I actually made was, it's not about finding your voice, it's just about expressing your voice. We've already got it, just use it. And use it in a way that works for you, whether it's blogging, YouTubing, tweeting, Facebooking, find the vehicles that work, and then play. Just express yourself in those vehicles.
Yesterday we saw Apple release the iPad 2, and you were one of the very first people, probably in the country or the world, to get one. What was the experience of being part of that crowd like?
That is indescribable and seriously goes down in history as one of my life highlights. I probably should say after the birth of my kids, but I'm not quite sure because this was a lot more fun. There's a few things in that. First of all, I live in Brisbane, so Brisbane is actually never the first city in Australia to get the Australian releases, let alone first in the world. So to be in the queue in a pop-up store that had been put up especially for South by, purely and simply to sell the new iPad model, to be there when the Apple staff run around the block, high-fiving anyone, and creating the buzz, and then watching how they continue to edify the choice that people have made by standing in line for a day in order to get a new device. I'm talking in a couple of weeks with a panel on marketing with love and whether it is possible to create such a strong love for a product. And I saw it live and in action yesterday. Insofar as, the Apple staff are congratulating you as you walk out with your new iPad. They're congratulating you as you walk in and they say, "Oh, what colour cover do you want?" There was just such a buzz. And I don't think people often can look at that with scepticism and go, "Oh, yeah, well, they're paid to do it." You can't create that level of enthusiasm with a salary. That's just impossible. There is a brand, there is a brand love, there is a brand passion that Apple addicts, for want of a better word, truly get. And so that was extraordinarily exciting.
Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the program.
Thanks.